Hello, people. It's your boy JGK back with another story. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna read these stories because I was thinking deep thought about it, and yeah, I want to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm still gonna go back to be doing my old videos, like going back to gameplay and everything. But we're gonna do more stories because I enjoy doing these stories because it's just fun. It's still fun. But yeah, this is the story of my worst beating ever as a kid. Now, growing up, I wasn't really beat as much, but I did have a strict mum, but a cool mum at the same time. But certain rules when she went around and it would lead to me getting beaten. But this one now is by for my worst one because this was from my dad, and this is where I knew I couldn't let things go. I had to act straight, and little stuff that my mom would let me get away with, it couldn't work with him. So yeah, the start of this story takes place in me being in primary school. I was in like the third year, and when that day when I went to school, I was just in a really bad mood. I just didn't pay attention in class. I was rude to teachers to the point where the school called my mum. And when I got home, well, when mum picked me up from school, she would be mad. She was mad because she said the school around me. They told how I did in school. So I can't remember why I did. I was just being nonsense, just paying attention, didn't listen in class. The usual, like not listening to school. But yeah, when we got home, she didn't let me play no games. I just had to do homework. I think she allowed me to watch TV at least, but I couldn't play my Xbox, the original Xbox. I never missed that system. And I heard her on the phone, and I heard my dad on the line. And what my dad sounded like, he was not impressed. He was pissed. I hear him shouting over the line, and I was scared. I was genuinely scared because I have never been that in bad with my dad because my dad he was cool, but yeah, he was very strict, but he was a cool dad. He let me do way more things than my mom. But now I was scared. I was terrified because I have never been beat from my dad before. I was still young, so I'm thinking maybe his being wasn't as bad as my mom's because he was cool with me. But thank God, I thought wrong. So the next day now, go to school. I didn't misbehave or nothing like that. And yeah, when it came to ending school, our teachers took us out, lined us up and everything. As usual, I was waiting for what I thought. I was waiting for my mom to pick me up, but instead, my dad picked me up. And at first, he had a calm expression because usually my dad has a pissed off face when he knows that I've done something wrong. But he just had like a normal face, or not a pissed off face. But so he picks me up, walked to his car. He's talking to me casually, like how's school and everything. Did you do well and everything? Yeah, I said yeah, school's alright. And then he said, so your mom called me. She told me you've been misbehaving. And he said, you don't have to punish you. I'm thinking he's gonna take away my Xbox, my companion TVs and anything, stuff like that. He said, yeah, that's still gonna happen, but you're still gonna get asked me. Oh my days, I was so scared because I'm thinking, wait, he's actually gonna beat me. And what made it even worse, that the fact is that he wasn't going home. He wasn't going to my mom's house. I was going back to his house. And on the way, like I started crying. I have a yardie dad, you know. They don't do that crying shit. They don't do that crying shit. So I had to stop. I had just had made this little tears just drip down my face. So I'm riding like up to his house. But before we went to his house, we went to pick up my little brother. And apparently what he done was way worse. He wanted to fight teachers. Like, no way was a menace. He was trying to fight the teachers. And when my dad picked him up, he got in the car. He was there denying it. He started arguing, and then he started crying, and that made it even worse. I'm thinking in my head, he knows not to cry. Like, stop, because he's around my dad more. Like, yeah, my dad basically lives with him and his mom, but at the time, like, yeah, so he knows, and it's just pissing my dad off even worse. So then we go to my dad's house now. As we step through the front door, his belt is already off, and he is just shouting and say, "So you boys want to misbehave in school, yeah? Is that your mom's teach you to film and go to school, to mess around?" We're crying and fucking terrified. Then I don't know, he just grabs my brother's arm, takes him into his room, and all you hear is just the belt connecting with his ass. It was just so loud, and my brother is just screaming his head off. At the same time, I wanted to laugh because he's getting beat, but at the same time, I was scared because that's gonna be me in a couple of seconds. Then he just takes my brother out of the room. Yeah, then he grabs me. Man, he just went to town with me. It was the worst being I've ever had. Ah, my days. My ass just felt sore. It just felt sore. Then after that commotion, he just went about his business. Yeah, he just went about his business. And I was talking to my brother and everything, and to the point where he said this is a regular thing for him, because he lives with him. So when he gets bad, he gets this type of ass with it, and my dad is not one to mess with. Me, this is new to me, because like I said, my mom, she didn't really beat me as much. She didn't really do as much. But my dad, oh my god! So that's when I knew I can't piss this man off. I had to be on good terms with him. And yeah, my dad just run after that, after he beat us and everything. I can't remember him. I think he just went out with his friends or something, because he would just come and go. He would just leave us in the house until like my brother asked him to play Xbox, because he had Xbox too. And he said yeah. And yeah, that's the story of my worst ass beating ever. Honestly, growing up back then was it was fun and scary at the same time, because at one side I had my mom, where I could show them use those things. Then I'm going to have my dad, and he was very strict. He was very strict, because even when we go out, he'll let us know, you don't do this, you don't do that, you'll chat to no one, you listen to the thing, and you have to follow the show, because if you break them, you're gonna get whooped. Oh my god, it was just so crazy. I've been beaten before, but this is just like my worst one. It was just the worst one for me, because that's where I experienced true pain. But yeah, that was the story, and I'm gonna do more story times. I've got a lot of story, and I want to do a vote in the comment section. I started the story how I became friends with my enemy, a very envious person. I hated him from since I first met him, or the time I pimp slapped a girl across the face. But yeah, those are the two stories. Between the comment section, what story you want me to tell, the more votes one gets, I'll tell that story. And yeah, it's been your boy JGK. I'm out.